Kingdom Come: Deliverance. This medieval RPG is a massive time sink, and it's insanely gorgeous. The forests alone look like actual photographs. It gives you this gritty and realistic world where surviving a single sword fight feels like a huge win. The lighting engine puts modern releases to shame. You're walking through mud and dirt, but it looks buttery smooth. If you want a hardcore RPG experience that won't hold your hand and looks breathtaking doing it, this is a total banger you need to install right now. Star Wars Battlefront. EA's 2015 shooter still looks like a movie. The photogrammetry tech they used makes every rock and tree look shockingly real. Running through the forests of Endor while blaster fire lights up the screen is an absolute trip. The gameplay is a simple but incredibly fun multiplayer arcade shooter. Even years later, the texture quality and explosions are top tier. If you want a casual shooter that looks ridiculously good and runs perfectly on pretty much any rig, don't sleep on this one. Batman: Arkham Knight. Rocksteady practically used black magic to make this game look this good back in 2015. Gliding over Gotham City in the pouring rain is a visual masterpiece. The way the water drips off the batsuit and the neon lights reflect in the puddles is totally unmatched. It's the ultimate superhero power fantasy with bone-crunching combat and an incredible story. You get to drive the Batmobile through a highly detailed city that still looks better than most AAA games dropping today. Rise, Son of Rome. This game was a launch title for the Xbox One generation, but the PC version is a totally different beast. The character models and facial animations are freakishly detailed. You play as a Roman soldier slicing through enemies in brutal hack-and-slash combat. Sure, the gameplay is a bit linear and repetitive, but it's a visual spectacle from start to finish. The lighting on the armor and the sheer scale of the battles make it a must-play for graphics junkies. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Naughty Dog knows how to squeeze every drop of power out of hardware. Now that it's on PC, pushing the settings to max reveals a world that's just stunning. From the mud physics in Madagascar to the dust particles in ancient ruins, the attention to detail is insane. It's a cinematic action-adventure game full of explosive set pieces and amazing acting. The art style absolutely slaps and makes every single frame look like a Hollywood blockbuster. Resident Evil 7: Biohazard. This survival horror game uses the RE engine, and it's pure nightmare fuel. The lighting and shadow work in the Baker House create a super heavy atmosphere that'll make you sweat. Every rotting wall and disgusting plate of food is rendered with gross perfection. It brought the series back to its scary roots with intense first-person gameplay and tight inventory management. If you want to be terrified by graphics that look way too real, you have to play this. Assassin's Creed Origins. Ubisoft completely nailed the look of ancient Egypt. Climbing a pyramid and looking over the Nile River is one of the best views in gaming. The sand looks incredibly realistic, and the water reflections are top-notch. This game changed the series' formula into a massive open-world RPG with loot drops and a heavy focus on combat. Exploring tombs and fighting mercenaries in a world this massive and beautiful is a time sink you won't regret. Quantum Break. Remedy Entertainment always pushes visual boundaries, and this time travel shooter is no exception. The visual effects when time stutters and breaks apart are totally mind-blowing. Bullets freeze in mid-air, and explosions get caught in these gorgeous distortion bubbles. The gameplay mixes third-person shooting with crazy time manipulation powers. It's a bit of a sleeper hit, but the particle effects and character rendering hold up incredibly well. You'll definitely want a beefy GPU to crank this one up. Assassin's Creed Unity. People love to meme on this game for its buggy launch, but today it's a technical marvel. The recreation of Paris during the French Revolution is dense and packed with thousands of NPCs on screen at once. The global illumination lighting makes the interiors of churches and palaces look photo-real. The parkour system is buttery smooth, and the stealth mechanics are actually challenging. If you skipped it because of the bad press, you're missing out on a gorgeous title. Alien Isolation. This game perfectly captures the retro-futuristic vibe of the original movie. The lighting on the space station is absolutely terrifying. You'll see emergency sirens flashing off metallic hallways while thick smoke hides whatever is hunting you. The xenomorph AI is completely unscripted, so you're constantly on edge trying to survive. The graphics hold up perfectly because the art direction is so strong and focused. It's a masterclass in tension and looks incredibly sharp on a modern monitor. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. Even before the next-gen update, this massive RPG was dropping jaws. The world feels alive. When a storm rolls in and the wind whips through the trees, it looks ridiculously gorgeous. The facial expressions during conversations and the highly detailed armor sets make you feel totally immersed. You can spend hundreds of hours just doing side quests and min-maxing your gear. The story is a total masterpiece, and the visuals make the dark fantasy world perfectly believable. Deus Ex: Mankind. The cyberpunk aesthetic in this game is completely off the charts. Exploring the dense hubs of a futuristic Prague shows off some crazy level design and texture work. The lighting engine makes the gold and black color palette pop beautifully. It's an immersive sim where you can shoot, sneak, or hack your way through missions. The sheer amount of detail packed into every single room makes the world feel incredibly grounded and lived in. It's a total visual feast. Mad Max. This is a massive hidden gem, and it features some of the best explosions in gaming history. Driving your customized car across the wasteland looks incredible, especially when a massive sandstorm rolls in. The skyboxes are stunning, and the vehicle combat is super punchy and aggressive. You spend your time upgrading your ride and clearing out enemy camps in brutal hand-to-hand fights. The optimization is fantastic, so you get a gorgeous open world that runs buttery smooth on anything. Crysis 2. You can't talk about crazy graphics without mentioning this franchise. Running around a destroyed New York City with your nanosuit looks incredibly crisp. The lighting effects and highly detailed weapon models make every fight feel super cinematic. The gameplay is a fast-paced mix of stealth and heavy action as you swap suit powers on the fly. The engine pushes a ridiculous amount of detail on screen at once. It still holds its own against modern shooters and demands a spot on your hard drive. Battlefield 3. This game completely changed the standard for multiplayer shooters. The Frostbite engine delivers destruction and lighting that still look absolutely insane today. Getting pinned down by sniper fire while the wall next to you explodes is an unforgettable rush. The lens flare and dirty camera effects give it a super gritty war movie feel. The animations and sound design are top tier. Dropping into a massive 64-player map feels just as epic now as it did over a decade ago. The Last of Us Part 1. The PC remake brings this legendary survival game to an entirely new visual level. The overgrown post-apocalyptic cities are bursting with detail. You can see the dust floating in the air, and the subtle facial animations make the brutal story hit even harder. Sneaking past clickers is terrifying when the lighting is this dark and realistic. The crafting and desperate combat feel incredibly heavy. It's a masterpiece of storytelling with graphics that look ridiculously gorgeous from start to finish. Mirror Edge. Sometimes art direction completely beats raw polygon counts. This first-person parkour game uses a stark white city with bright splashes of primary colors, and it looks incredibly striking. The baked lighting is so clean and pristine that the whole game looks like a modern art piece. Running across rooftops and chaining together wall runs feels incredibly smooth. It has zero UI clutter, so you're totally immersed in the speed and momentum. It's a unique visual experience you have to try. Metro 2033. If you want pure atmosphere, this post-apocalyptic shooter delivers it perfectly. Surviving in the dark tunnels of the Russian subway system is tense and terrifying. The volumetric smoke and dynamic lighting make every single mutant encounter feel deadly. You have to constantly wipe your gas mask and manage your scarce ammo.
The Redux version on PC polishes the textures and lighting to a mirror shine. The grim, dirty art style completely slaps and pulls you right into its incredibly depressing but beautiful world. Rage. id Software knows how to make a shooter feel good and look amazing. The mega texture tech they used creates these massive painted wastelands that look absolutely stunning from a distance. The skyboxes and canyon walls are baked with an insane amount of detail. The gunplay is fast, loud, and incredibly satisfying, especially with the crazy enemy animations.